Salina. It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and prove.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You gon' be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo. Hey y'all, how are you? I'm sorry about that. We had to reschedule the interview again. She wanted to be somewhere where she was quiet, so she's gonna have to do it in her office at lunchtime. They were doing some work in there, so you know how that go. So we just had to reschedule. But I'm like, honey, I look too cute to get all that stuff. Hey, I'm like, shoot, I'm finna go live. I don't care. I'm finna go live. So thank you, Miss B, for coming through. I really appreciate you. This is interesting. Is Gilbert Arenas and Shannon Sharp eating a piece of humble pie? Now, I tried to, and I'm waiting on my hot wings too. I try not to judge, or I will be judged, but this was this was an interesting story to me. Again, I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure I get my wings and everything, because honey, I haven't ate anything, so I want to get my wings. But it was interesting to find this out earlier this morning about Gilbert Arenas. Now, we know Shannon Sharp had his little scandal with the OnlyFans girl. I guess that was his girlfriend. I don't know what was going on in that situation, but he currently got fired from ESPN or something. So I'm gonna hopefully I said that right, honey. But I'm gonna share this particular one with you about this is about Gilbert Arenas. Let me make this too big. Let me see if I can share this. Hope everybody and I'm not one of those sports people, but I thought this was pretty interesting because I used to be all the time in Kwame Brown's chat. And Kwame Brown and Gilbert Arenas had this back and forth. They've been having this back and forth probably for decades. Who knows? They used to be teammates. And I was trying to figure out what's going on. Why is it that they have such a back and forth? I was trying to figure out. So this is the only reason how, and plus I used to watch Basketball Wives, and his ex used to be on the show. So that's how I was introduced to Gilbert Arenas as well. Other than that, I don't know too much about basketball players, football players. I know a couple because, I think some of them are cute or whatever. But other than that, I'm not really a sports person. But I thought this was pretty interesting how he was arrested for federal gambling charges. And I said, okay, that's pretty interesting. Like, what the hell is going on? So I'm like, what the hell? So I knew that this would be something that a lot of people have been talking about today because this happened earlier this morning. So Ms. V, I don't know if you know anything about this. I know you're probably a sports fan. Hey, The Answer. Hey, Roy Lee. I'm not a sports fan. I don't know what the hell is going on. So I'm going to play this, and this comes from Urban Politician. So let's see what he got to say. Let me put thumbs up. And if anybody would like to come up, you're more than welcome. Because like I said, I'm not a sports person. So, maybe y'all know some history about Gilbert Arenas. I want people that, are opposed and people that, that are for. So if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. I need the interaction, especially when my wings come. I'm a really shut down that camera and I'm gonna eat those wings. But I'm gonna play this right quick. Let's see.
NBA star Gilbert Arenas has been arrested. He and 5 others are accused of operating an illegal gambling business. The Department of Justice says they had high-stakes poker.
And this is under fair use. Fair use. Let me make sure I put that banner up. Yeah, but you guys are more than welcome to come up. Roy Lee, The Answer, Ms. V, you're more than welcome.
Games at Arenas' Encino Mansion. Arenas is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators.
Good afternoon. This is the KTLA 5 News at 1. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. Arenas is expected to make his first appearance in a federal courtroom this afternoon.
KTLA 5's Jennifer McGraw live now outside that courtroom in downtown LA with more on this breaking story. Jennifer.
Yeah, Glenn and Lou, this is big news, especially for sports fans who adore him. Take a look. This happened back allegedly in 2021 to 2022 that he was allegedly working this illegal poker game. He and 5 others have been indicted, alleging that the suspects operated an illegal gambling business. Now, this illegal gambling business went and spanned over for about a year. Gilbert Arenas, known as Agent Zero, well known for his career with the Wizards and current podcast, he and 5 others have been indicted for allegedly that the suspects operated the illegal gambling business in which high-stakes poker games were played at an Encino Mansion Arenas owned. He is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators.
Hi, Lionel. How are you? So, guys, some of you guys are saying it's karma. So, what do you guys think? And I'm just asking, what do you guys think he's in karma for? Like, what is it that you feel like he did to get this karma? I'm just curious. Again, I have my thoughts on it, but I am curious about what you guys think. Again, this was news that came out of, and forgive me, I'm trying to make sure I let this driver know where to go, because honey, these people act like they a little slow when they delivering your food from Uber Eats. So sorry, hold on just a second. Let me see. I just texted. Okay, building. Okay, so I want you guys to give me some feedback in that chat, and please press the like button. I appreciate it.
During this time, investigators say Arenas rented out an Encino Mansion he owned for the purposes of hosting that high-stakes poker. At Arenas' direction, Arthur Katz, 51, of West Hollywood, staged the mansion to host the games and collected rent from the co-conspirators on Arenas' behalf. Here's a look at all the defendants listed on the indictment. It is alleged that the defendants' Pot Limbo Omaha poker games, among other illegal games, were played at the Encino Mansion, collected a rake fee for the house charged from each pot.
So do you guys think that, because this was his building, do you guys think do you guys think that Gilbert Arenas knew that this building was, being used for this illegal gambling, or do you think he was not aware? Now, I have my thoughts. My thoughts is I think he knew exactly what the hell he was doing, but that's just my thoughts. And he could have not known. Okay. So let's keep going.
Pot, either as a percentage or as a fixed amount per hand, and invited players to compete. Now, which is illegal. Now, if these defendants that have been listed in this indictment are charged, this means that they could spend up to 5 years in prison for each count.
Ooh.
Yo.
So do you think 5 years for this, or like, do y'all really think that Gilbert Arenas is going to spend some time in prison? Like, honestly, I don't know too many celebrities, well, besides R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein. I think that's Weinstein. Is he still in prison for what was it, for sex trafficking, or what was he in prison for? But most of these people that have money, Jeffrey Epstein, he ended up unaliving himself, so he didn't even get a chance to know if he was going to be judged, if he was going to be, indicted or whatever. So I'm just kind of curious, like, do you guys think that he's actually going to get some time for this, or is he going to get a slap on the wrist and maybe probation? This is really something interesting. I want to see what he has to say about it.
At the spokesman, man, we back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I had a link in the description for ABC7 and KTLA5 as the news just broke within the last few hours that Gilbert Arenas was arrested on federal gambling charges out in LA. And this came in while I was doing the video over Shannon Sharp. Y'all started hitting me up, sending it to me, tagging me, even commenting in the Shannon Sharp video as he just got fired and let go by ESPN. And I said, wow, they is really on niggas right now. As it's layers to this. He's looking at 15 years, and I'm going to get into the write-up in just a second to go over a little bit more and some details with this. This comes off as Gilbert Arenas was dealing with some foreigners right here and got involved in some crimes that they already had going on, and this got added to the list of their investigation that was already underway because they talking about marriage licenses, and these guys are from Israel. And when I see these names right here, this don't sound like people that Gilbert Arenas just hangs out with.
No, these are Jewish names. Most of these are Jewish names. Cohen, Katz. Most of these are Jewish. Now this one right here, Eugene, that might be some type of Spanish or Italian. It could be, or it could be Russian. So it looked like he may have some Russians and Jewish names that's in here. So all of these people are going to, it's looking like charged in indictment. Let me see. So let me keep playing this a little bit more. Somebody come up. Y'all
it is day-to-day programming
so much,
and lifestyle. Now, I'll say innocent until proven guilty. But the 3 counts that he got, his home, there's no denying that. If that is true, if that is your house, if you agreed upon it, you know it's no denying that. If that's true, and if you lied to the feds, that's at least something that they are going to try to charge you and get possibly some time off of you on. Just keeping it all the way 100 here. He is innocent until proven guilty. But you better know that these people from these other countries ain't got no loyalty at all. They saying there was workers there. They're saying that there was like girls and women serving them there. And when your name is documented and you taking these things off as far as, hey, I'm getting a little piece of the pie every time, which is the house.
Yeah, people don't have any loyalty anymore. And that's what, when you... I'm going to just say, when you have a lot of pride or you feel like you're untouchable, that's the very time that you'll get touched, because you feel untouchable and you trust people that you shouldn't trust. So it just seems like to me, this was some janky situation. This was a janky situation. He connected with the wrong people and they threw his ass up under the bus. That's what it sounded like to me. He says, yes, it's karma. Gilbert did a lot of wrongdoing back in the early 2000s. Also now, lying on KB, trying to defame a man talking bad about his family, and all God doesn't like ugly. Okay. I heard it. Okay. You said, Roy Lee said, if this didn't have a video, I think it was a redneck reporting how country dudes is. Okay, Roy Lee, you're up here. And thank you again, John Thomas. I really appreciate you. I want to get your input on this, Roy Lee, because I know you. I don't think you are a KB fan, a Kwame Brown fan. So I want to get your perspective because you might think totally different from the people that are in the chat. So
I don't even say I'm not a fan. I just don't care either way. Between I can't say no
I'm
karma.
hearing.
Is no karma between him and Gil, because that's a back and forth between two men. The way I look at it, you can't say it's a. I don't see Gil being a bully towards him. I don't see him being a bully towards Gil. They've been doing this shit so long. It's almost like a back and forth. They was texting each other even when they was beefing. So it almost seemed like more entertaining to me. I don't take it serious or dislike Gil. And I don't know if you knew, but I had won 500 from Gil, and a lot of the shit Gil say I don't agree with. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't think it's karma, but at the same time, especially more so with Shannon Sharp, I don't necessarily say, because it could be my worst enemy. I don't really celebrate nobody downfall like that. It's pretty lame to me. So
Right.
I don't see I don't see the celebratory or karma and stuff. I don't really believe in that. Like, so some people will say karma like, oh, Fidel Castro, like he lived till he was 80. I mean 90, and then he'll die, and people still say, "Oh, see, karma got him." It's like he lived a full life. How did karma get him? I mean, old
Right.
age got him.
Especially if he's 80 and
Yeah,
what and
all that shit that
Uncle.
he did, he outlived most of the people he tormented. So how did karma finally catch up to
Right,
him?
right, right.
So I'm not
Um,
too really big on the karma thing, but it's what I will say about Shannon more so Gil. I don't really. It's Gil, just Gil to me. He's kind of goofy and stuff, but Shannon Sharp, what I don't like about dudes like Shannon Sharp is I remember hearing something where he said that his daughter only had like a $30,000 budget for her marriage. Meanwhile, they
what?
going, he's 50, he's in his 50s talking about he date his wage. So you go and he only made like 21 million for his entire football career. He just happened to do good on broadcast, a podcast, and afterwards is where he made most of his money at. And he pretty much lost all the NFL fortunes to this OnlyFans model. But they have these strict. They're more strict on how much money they'll give to their own kids, but then give these little young fast women this type of
Right,
amount of money. That's why I don't like. So I was gonna say I wouldn't say it's karma, but I don't feel sorry for neither one. But especially them guys like Shannon, who you you kind of throw off your own kids, but to give a young woman money like that, and he kind of shits on dating an older woman for that. And more than likely, he's still gonna go towards a younger woman still. I guess I haven't gotten to that point in being that old yet, because I'm 33, and 18 to 19-year-olds annoy the hell. I can't talk with them. Like, I don't understand how do you even start a conversation and having an attraction to them, because most of them don't know. I can't relate to anything you going through in life. Like, how do you intellectually get to the point where 18-year-olds stimulating you, and I'm 33 and you 50?
right, right. He like I said, it was just some tale with him. Uncle, I don't know who you are, but what is humble pie? What does it sound like? So have you ever heard of the idiom when it says sometimes people need a piece of humble pie? So that means, what does humble mean? Okay, that means somebody needs to humble themselves, as far as like if they're prideful, they need to come down from their pride. So the opposite from pride would be humble. So if you want me to look up the definition of what humble is, I can do that. But to me, it's the title. It is what it is. I don't understand what else you need to know about that.
Yeah,
But I,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't wish anything, huh?
Oh no, I thought you had finished. I guess I had a little delay.
No, I was like, I don't know. No, I don't know if he needs humble pie or not. That's all I'm saying. That's why I don't know. Did I put a question mark in the title? I thought I put a question mark in the title. So if I put a question mark in the title, that means I'm asking. That's not meaning I'm telling. Because if I was telling, I would have a period. So I thought I put a question mark there. So I'm just asking a question. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just asking. Some people think that Gilbert Arenas is very prideful. He's arrogant. Some people think he's not. Some people like him. So that was a question. Yeah. So it wasn't, I wasn't saying, but maybe I need to look at the title. Okay, I have an exclamation. So let me, at the end of it, I'm going to put a question mark. Okay, so that people will, not get the misunderstanding that I'm saying that he got his humble pie, because I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know if you know him, but I don't know him. So it was just a question. But thank you, North Carolina chick, because again, this was at the last minute. So I'm gonna put an exclamation mark. So I appreciate that. So let me go back. You said North Carolina chick said if KB got arrested, it would be celebrated. People would be celebrating. What do you think about that, Roy Lee?
I mean, maybe so. I wouldn't. Like I said, I find it lame when people celebrate other people's downfalls. Like I said, I wouldn't celebrate my own worst enemy downfall. But I don't really. And plus, what is their downfall? Like Gil's gonna still get out, and he's not gonna lose his podcasting. Shannon Sharp got fired by ESPN, but he had his own podcast that was doing good too. So, and more than likely it's going to do better than what it was prior, because people going to want to hear what he think about ESPN firing him. Life going to still go on for them. Like it's not like neither one is going to take a hit, and it's,
Right.
especially like with Gil, it's like what is, I remember when I was a kid, it's just times are different now, I guess, because when I was a kid I used to hear the same thing about when MJ dad died. I was hearing rumors that his dad death had something to do with his gambling, and then I don't know if that was any truth or not, but that was always a rumor.
Oh, okay.
But it's like illegal gambling in sports has been going on forever. It seems like it's just now they're cracking down on it, but
He said Kwame Brown has nothing to do with his kids. He said Gil's kids live with Gil 50% of the time, and Gil pays big child support. He never missed a payment. Okay. Now, did you say anything about Gil's kids? How did that come up? Let me see. You compare Gil to Shannon Sharp losing 50 million. Okay. The answer, you want to come up? You said, bro, he's speaking as Gil was just a good, perfect guy. He did a lot of wrong, and all that was wrong he has done is coming back to him too. Okay. So you feel
who said Gil was a good guy? I said I don't agree with a lot of Gil takes. I ain't never say nothing about agreeing with. I mean him being a good guy. I said I personally don't care for that, or have no opinion on him or Kwame based on what them two going through. Who the answer sounds like he does, because it sounds like he got a problem with Gil because of what he does to Kwame. I don't care, because them two are entertaining. They entertain each other. He wasn't around, I'm assuming, that when they used to text all the time about the stuff too. So I've been noticed that a lot of the chatters got more feelings towards it than them two really did. So it's like it's entertaining WWE to me between them.
Yeah, okay, so that's your perspective of it. Okay, I'm gonna finish playing just a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna go to Poet Flacco. He had an interesting commentary about it as well.
That's how I go, even in the streets, in the hood.
420.92, Gil.
It's minor to us. It's simple to us.
You do the math. Nah, 420 asking. I mean, the answer asking, am I really 33? I said 420.92. That's the one with the one that got the high hairline. I would hope you not 33. Or that's an AI picture of you, because I've seen I've seen some troll pictures with you on it, and you look a lot older than 33.
Well, to take up for Roy Lee from the country. So sometimes when people are from the country, they sound, not all, but they sound a little older than what they are. So
Oh, okay,
and were
okay. If
you
if
raised?
that's what he's going by, then I could. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I'm from the
Yeah,
backwoods of South Carolina. So
Roy, yeah, you from the backwoods. You breaking up, Roy Lee. You from the kind of the backwoods, so it's a little different when people. And then I don't know if you've been raised around older people too. So, because I know people say that about me, that I talk
yeah.
older than what I am, and so I'm like, no, I've been around older people, and I have a little bit of that countryness too.
Well,
So
plus
yeah,
the
that's what.
name too. I mean, yeah, my granddad passed
Oh
like a little
yeah,
before I was born, so
Roy
of
Lee.
course I inherited a name from a man from the 30s.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. That is interesting, honey. I would have to drop that lead though. But anyway,
Now
let me keep going. I think that's what
leave my middle name, so I just mix it. Roy
lead.
is my
Okay.
first name.
Okay. Let me play a little bit of this, and then we're gonna go to the next video.
It ain't that big a deal. This doesn't make Gilbert Arenas a bad person or a negative guy at all. But when the feds get involved, they gonna carry it how they carry it, especially with the people you involved with. Got some whole other stuff going on that don't seem like it got nothing to do with Gilbert Arenas, not one bit. And the rep says this: the 43-year-old, aka Agent Zero of Woodland Hills, is charged with one count of conspiracy to operating illegal gambling business, count of making false statements to federal investigators. The U.S. Attorney Office said in a release on Wednesday, at Arenas' direction, Arthur Katz, 51 of West Hollywood, staged the mansion to host the games, found co-conspirators to host the games, and collected rent from the co-conspirators on Arenas' behalf. Prosecutors alleged. Also charged in the indictment and arrested are, and I'm not going to pronounce these names, y'all, because I'm going to mess them up anyway. So I'm going to just give abbreviations on these names. YG 49, aka Giora of Woodland Hills, a suspected organized crime figure from Israel. ET 48, aka Eugene of Tarzana. Alan Austria, aka Alicia of West Hills. YC, aka of Tarzana, and IK 43 of Tarzana. Gerton, T in Austria, and Cohen are accused of managing illegal pot limit Omaha poker games, among other illegal games at the NCO mansion, and collected a rake, a fee the house charge from each pot players to compete. G is also accused of hiring young women to serve drinks, give massages, and companionship to poker players in exchange for tips. However, they were charged a tax for work in the games. Chefs, valets, and armed security guards were also hired for the games. K is accused of working as a chip runner. He's accused of tracking players' wins and losses, distributing poker chips to players, and paid employees. Each of these defendants is charged with one count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business and one count of operating an illegal gambling business. The release continued. If convicted, they would face a maximum sentence of 5 years in federal prison for each count. G is an Israeli citizen. He and 35-year-old Valentina C. of Woodland Hills are charged with 3 additional counts: conspiracy to commit marriage fraud, and making false statements on an immigration document.
Wait a minute. What the hell? Are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? So one of the guys that was working with him are charged with 3 additional counts: conspiracy to commit marriage fraud. What the hell were they doing? Marriage fraud and making false statements on immigration documents. This is crazy. What is what is going on? Look like Mr. Arenas got himself in a pickle. Oh, hey, are you still there, Roy Lee? answer. Y'all can get off of mute. Dang, this is crazy. Let me see something. You said Gil had dealings with high-level members Israeli transnation crime mob. Hey, Don Dust, how are you? Citizenship. So he getting people from Israel probably over here, and giving them what, immigration papers or something. I don't know what the hell is going on. They getting citizenship to come over here to America. Oh wow, y'all got to get off of
I'm
mute. I can't hear y'all.
I'm I'm here, Shannon. Can you hear me good?
Okay, okay,
No,
go ahead.
listen, 'cause I heard what old
Hmm.
dude said. He was he was saying something about, cause I'm speaking about it like that because of Kwame Brown. No, um, I'm 33 as well, bro. I was born in the 90s, so what I do remember a lot of stuff Gilbert was doing. He was doing a lot of stupid stuff, messing up people's careers, like Nick Young. Uh, what's that cat name? I think his last name was Curitan, Javarvis Curitan. Got that,
Javarj, that's his name.
yeah, got that man kicked out the
Hold on,
league.
hold on. Just a minute. Let me get this stupid
And
motherfucker
they just
out of
got a
my chat.
whole whirlwind of
Uh,
capital
uh,
see
let
what's
me
going
get
on.
this
And y'all know
stupid.
what the capital
You a
Mike,
stupid bitch, and your mama one. How about that? Let me get your ass out of here and delete you. You stupid hoe. Oh, yeah, I'm
Man,
about to go. I don't know why people want to come and be disrespectful. Get your ass up out
man,
of here. And I ask you, Moss, to please do what what I asked you guys to do. If you see idiots like this that need to get their raggedy ass off of my platform, get their ass up out of there. Ban their ass. Thank you so much, Don. What the hell
you
is
keep
wrong with
crazy.
the? Okay, go ahead. The answer. You
Now
a
all I'm
stupid
saying,
bitch.
now all
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying is, look, I hate what the man going through, but y'all gotta understand, bro. It's all about humble beginnings, bro. Like the man is set up nice. He had a lot of money. Well, he got a lot of money. His kids doing good. The man just got married. My thing is, some of the things that we see is on camera. We don't know how these people really live in real life when they turn that camera off. So that's all I'm saying. Like he's just, hey, he got what was coming to him. You know what I'm saying? And the man is what, in his late
Mhm.
40s. It's like, bro, grow up. So you already knew, you already know what not to do and what to do. So you got what was coming to you. And he did do a lot of dumb stuff in the past. Yet don't forget what he did to his ex-wife and stuff like that. You know, he did a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna even bring all that up. But
Mhm.
I'm just saying, karma is real. I believe in God. Karma is real. God don't like ugly. So that's just how I see it. It
Yeah,
ain't about
he's
no black
43.
and white. Yeah, 43. Yeah, they're still old enough
Hmm.
to have some common sense and know what you're doing. Like, come on, man. Come
Right.
on. Like,
And
Yeah,
again, I
but
do
in this state,
apologize.
come on now, the answer in this case, you've been, if you've been watching sports for this long, you think that illegal sports wasn't happening in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, illegal sports gambling?
oh yeah, I believe that, but you gotta understand like what technology is and all that. Now, I mean, well, I will say this.
Yeah,
I
of
will say
course,
this.
I agree with that now. Yeah, but I meant the behavior. That's why I don't see it as a big deal. Like, as if he did something that's not considered what you was talking about. That don't, but I don't chalk that as what he's doing right now
Your
is
phone's
based off
breaking
of
up.
his
Hey, Slim,
immaturity.
your phone's breaking up.
Who,
I,
me?
I will. I
Hmm.
will. I will. I will say this too. I will say this too, man. Man, I lost my point, man. My bad, Slim, because I seen some. I
Hold
wanted to say
on.
something to.
Somebody backstage, but if you don't cam up, I'm not adding your. I'm not adding you if you don't cam up. I don't know who you are. Because if you that idiot that just came from up in my chat, I'm definitely not letting you up. So if you don't cam up, I'm not letting you up. And I'm sorry. So, and I appreciate everybody, Don Dust and who else came? John Thomas. Again, you got 3 seconds If you don't cam up, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you because I'm not playing it. Like I
I
said,
ain't lost
if
my.
you don't people don't come in my chat being disrespectful because I'm not disrespectful to anyone. I'm not gonna allow it on my platform. You're gonna get your ass up out of here.
You
Now
can't
go ahead.
edit the title right while you live, right? Because I remember
No,
earlier
I
you
can't.
had to explain that this was a
Yeah, I had
question
to
where people,
explain to the
yeah, which
same dumb idiot
yeah,
want
I
to
was
call
about to
me
say
stupid.
I didn't
Like,
take it as no. I took it as a question reading the title too.
right,
I mean,
Man,
dumbass.
don't worry
Like
about
you
this
want to
shit.
call
You
me
know
dumb? You dumb coming up in here and you can't even spell. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm like, see, I try my best. Then when I
hey,
let's
hey,
stay
Selena,
focused.
hey,
Okay.
Selena. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Uh-huh.
Some of these people be bringing that old clip out of us, man. They ain't lying. You try to stay right,
Right.
but that old clip come out. But
Right. I'm like,
listen,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Positive mindset, positive outcome. Okay. Well, hopefully
it,
you positive because I ain't never seen you.
I
So hopefully you stay positive. Okay.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna
Hey,
lie,
Mike.
Selena. Just like your homeboy in the chat, he trying to get my attention, but I ain't gonna worry
Yeah.
about that. Your boy homeboy Enzy. I ain't gonna worry about that.
Oh,
But
Big Red. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
but dang, what's the guy
Jesus.
name up here on the panel? My bad. What's your name?
Roy
Roy Lee.
Lee.
Roy Lee. Dang, I ain't forgot my point, man. I was getting to the point. I forgot it already. But you can go ahead, bro. I forgot my point.
No, that's all I was saying
Okay.
was, I mean, granted, yeah, you said a lot of that stuff that he did do was, yeah, he goofed around a lot, but I don't really like. It's just like Draymond is, he got his personality. I just look at them people as that's just really them. Yeah, he got a goofy way about him, but it's also made him who he is. So I don't really look at it like that. Like when it comes to what he just got arrested for doing that, I don't base that off of his immaturity, because I believe that this has been going on since the 80s and 90s. So
Well,
illegal gambling in sports always been around.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
you
why
just.
I'm like, can I say this? The answer, that's why. I mean, I know a lot of people maybe not like Gilbert for various reasons, but that's been around probably before I was born. So I'm not sure why they're making a big deal about it. Besides, okay, it's illegal, but they've been doing it forever. So they must have been watching him for a
Yeah,
while in order for this
Well,
to happen, because or maybe there was an informant that was in that group that was actually kind of setting this all up, because they
yeah,
don't
somebody
just
snitched
come
on.
at you like that. They have to watch you
more
for a
than likely
while.
somebody who
Yeah,
lost a
somebody
lot of
snitched.
money. Yeah.
Some, somebody snitched. Somebody
Right,
snitched on.
Yeah,
right. uh,
I'm pretty sure it's somebody who lost.
But I heard he had some ties
okay.
with some people dealing with the
Listen,
mob or something like that.
listen. The look, I'm not allowing people. I give people the freedom to give their opinion. So let's just be clear. This is your first time here, so as long as you're respectful, that I don't have a problem with you being objective. But this is a platform, an open panel, so people can say anything that they want to say concerning the particular issue, the topic at hand. So let's just be clear on that. I want to give some ground rules because I don't think, maybe you may not have ever been here before. So this is an open panel. Um, and I don't mind people coming up. And if I don't know you, I will tell people to, cam up so that I can see you a person, that you're not a naked person. Okay. But this is an open panel so people can give their feedback on what they think. So I just want to make sure you know that. Okay. So that's why I ask for people that are opposed, or, people that are opposed, Gilbert, and people that are for. I invite you both. Open panel means open for anyone, just as long as you, if I don't know you, cam up. So if you are for Gilbert and you would like to come up, As long as you cam up and let me see that you're a fully clothed person and not masturbating, I will let you up. Okay. Again, this is for everyone. Okay. Open. Okay. And I have to maybe say that again. And then I have to go back on my title and make sure I put a question mark, because for some reason people want to say that I'm already accusing him, and I could give a rat's fat ass. This is just a hot topic that people are talking about. Hey, Monopoly, how are you? So, and
What's
hey, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Go ahead.
what's Selena? What's Selena? Cause I know that this guy got to be a troll, whatever the case may be, because he ain't got his real picture up here. He got a anime children adult swim picture up here. Guy. I played basketball. I followed basketball for a long time. Um, First of all, the people I was speaking of, these two people was Gilbert rookies. And when they give you the keys to the city in the NBA, you got to take these people under your wing. So we, you can go look at it on YouTube, or you can go look up videos of Gilbert Arenas doing a lot of dumb stuff to his rookies. You're supposed to show them, better than what he was doing. You're supposed to lead them and guide them in better ways than he was doing. It's just like if you was working at a job and you train somebody on the job and you're not training them right, you just tell them, hey man, I do this, I cut through this, I don't do this right, shoot, you could do it like this. That person's gonna go what you trained them on. So yes, he did. That's facts, bro. He did mess up two people careers, bro. It ain't nobody don't like Gilbert or nothing like that. I don't have no problem with Gilbert. I just seen some of the dumb stuff the man was doing over the years. You know what I'm saying? And I hate what he got going on right now because he just got married. He got a son that's doing good, possibly going to the NBA, and he got a daughter that's playing ball too. So I'm not knocking the man. I don't want the man to do bad, but hey, if you do wrong, you got to pay the consequences, man. That's all I'm saying. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it.
I can see this probably is a mistake. So I'm getting a different group of people over here. So hey King Stoner, hey Commander. So like I said, anybody that is a Gilbert fan or not a Gilbert fan, you're welcome to come up and come on the platform and give your feedback. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna go on to the other video.
Controversy, chaos, confusion, conflict, confrontation, and all that to keep the algorithm in conversation. As we said, now we got to add crash or not to the conversation in the situation. But I'll say this for Gilbert Arenas. He probably thought, hey, bro, this ain't no big deal. We gambling, we rich, we having a good time. But the dude you having a good time with got some whole other stuff going on from the looks of it. And
Mhm.
one of them being somebody who's involved in what they call organized crime. Oh yeah, he just drug you into his stuff.
Yeah, see, it was somebody that drug him into this, and I don't know which one in particular, but somebody drug him into this because I'm pretty sure he thought, "Oh, this is just fun. We all got money. Ain't nobody snitching over here. You know what I'm saying? We just having a good time and enjoying ourselves." And then you got a person in here that will throw you up under the bus, a Judas. So, um, this is really unfortunate. He done got himself in some mess. Like I said, when you kind of deal with the wrong people, you, and sometimes you don't even know you dealing with the wrong people until you up in the mix. So, man, this is crazy. I hope that things can work out for him, or I hope he don't have to go to prison. That's kind of crazy. 5 years? Do you think? Well, they said 5 to 15 years or something like that. Do you guys think that? I know the answer. You felt like he did a lot of shady stuff, but do you really feel like he deserves to be in prison for 5 to 15 years if he is found guilty? The answer, or royally, either one y'all could say.
I don't.
Thank you
I
so
don't think
much,
he should do.
Slim.
I don't think he should do 15 or nothing like that. I mean, they do give him some time. Hey, put them in there for probably about a month. Just to think about what he did. But I don't think he should do no damn 15 years. That's too long. I wouldn't want him away that
Yeah.
long. Cause the man, like I said, the man just got married. Man, he got a lot going on. You know, but you know,
Right. I just think that's a little ridiculous to be honest with you. 15 years for that when you got people that's actually murdering people and doing all kinds of other just really like crimes that you're harming other people. The guy just had a situation where he had a whole a whole gambling kind of I would say how can I say this? Basically, he just had like a casino in so many ways, so but it was illegal. Of course, when you do a crime, you have to pay for it, but I don't know the extent that they trying to put on the man. I think that's a bit much. It's pretty extensive. You said no, he thought big money was involved. He saw that as a lick. He saw them as a lick. So you saying that's the reason why they probably threw him up under the bus, CX? Man, that's crazy. Okay, Roy Lee, what did you have to say? And I think I put the link in the chat. So go ahead, and if you want to come up, you can. Roy Lee?
Oh, nah, I don't think he deserved no time for that. Because like I said, I don't believe what he did was wrong. So, I mean, based on what's been
Driving.
happening, based on what I've seen, what I believe has been going on from the 80s and 90s, it probably is illegal. But and to me, it's just something that's been going on. So, but like if had this been the locker room incident with the guns and shit again, that yeah, he deserved it, whatever he got for that. I mean, that was pretty stupid, but this I don't chalk this up to the same instance.
And this positive mindset said Gil also lied to the feds about money. So that was another thing that they had against him as well. He lied about that. He said this is charges from 2021.
Like I don't know if you don't know about basketball and stuff, but I think one of the Morris twins, he's in trouble for like writing fraudulent checks to the casinos and stuff like that. Marcus and Marquise Moore.
Hey, Big Cuzzo. Hi, Machine Fit. Yeah. Why did he have checks that bounce? Ain't he a basketball player? How did that happen?
Currently still playing, and that's what he's the better of the brothers. But I don't know. I don't think he's signed to nobody right now. But I mean, if he's not, he hasn't retired yet. So it's amazing why he's bouncing checks already. But you do got some of these players that are playing now. They're living check to check while they're playing in their primes.
Well, he's doing media right now.
Yeah, he was on media. That's why I did see him on, I think, ESPN.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna play this one here. We stop playing this. I'm gonna play this, and then after this, I'm going to this is Poet Flacco. So I'm gonna play this here. Shared. Let's see. Yeah, and guys, forgive me for earlier. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I I'm pretty cool, but I don't like, that some of these people too disrespectful. I wish I can actually punch them in their face, but forgive me for maybe blurting out because I'm pretty calm.
We just got news about 30 minutes ago. Multiple updates about a minute apart that has shaken up the year. Shannon Sharpe has been officially fired by ESPN, and Gilbert Arenas just got arrested by the feds, and he's facing 15 years in prison. Now, let's tackle the Shannon Sharpe news because that's a little less shocking and more predictable, and then we'll get to this Gilbert Arenas madness. With the help of the ultimate ambulance chaser, Tony Busby, an OF model in her 20s, sued a 50-plus-year-old Shannon Sharpe for rape and related abuse, what she would say occurred in their 2-year relationship.
So they were in a relationship for 2 years, and she's claiming that She was great. I mean, I smell BS. I'm sorry. First of all, he's too old for her. But again, there's always going to be older men that like younger women. I mean, I get it. But she is 18 years old. They were in a relationship. She's an OnlyFans model, and now she's screaming that it was great. Okay. Something's not adding up. But okay, let's keep playing.
Now, Shannon Sharp initially came out and said he's innocent. He's going to fight this tooth and nail. This is an extortion ploy. He realized, regardless if you have Shannon Sharp money or not, it just leaves a bad taste in any man's mouth who watch a woman engage in consensual relations for 2 years and then wakes up one day and say, I'm going to sue this man for $50 million. It just doesn't make sense. And then messages got released where she's telling him to pay $25,000 for each cheek, allegedly after the quote unquote grape and violations happened. It just screams like an extortion ploy. And Shannon Sharp took a stance that we thought he was going to stick to, but he didn't.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup.
See, this is what happens when some of you, hey 309, this is what happens, man, when you don't use your big head and you use your little head all the time. Number one, you knew that this girl was an OnlyFans model. She was 18 years old. She's going to get as much money as she as she can get out of you. And you're dumb enough to sit up there and play with it. You play with fire, you're going to get burned. Okay? Come on now. Right, Commander, naive. You are grown. You way grown. I'm talking about what? He could be 50. I think he probably either in his late 40s or early 50s. Like, you should know better. This is ridiculous. So I don't feel sorry for him. I'm gonna just keep it 100. Years old. Shannon wow. So that could be his daughter.
Exactly. That's why I said. That's what made me lose respect for him.
That's why I was disgusted with what he was doing, because that girl could have been his daughter. So I'm like,
that's why I said I don't understand how, other than sexually, how do you even get to the point where maturity she would turn you on? Like, what does she talk about that would make you interested and want to go to that level with her? Because clearly you saying that you date your wages, but you saying that you're putting a cap limit on your daughter's wedding. Now you're paying way more than that for a woman you just got the cheeks from, and it is crazy how he's saying that she did this to he's extorted Jay-Z and other people. Shannon Sharp is a country boy from Alabama. When you get in this type of position, what them type of women want from you, and pretty much, and you as a black man, you guilty until proven innocent, and you still put yourself in that position. Huh? I think he really from Illinois or somewhere. Huh? Well, I don't know if he really a real country boy, but that's been the persona he gives off. If you ever heard him talk, he's always talking about how he ate raccoon and all that shit growing up.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. If he grew up the way that he says that he has, what them white women gonna do when you get money, and you still put yourself in that position with a young white woman. I don't feel sorry for him. He too old to know, And when I heard how he was talking to Monique Parker when she was giving him advice about it, I don't date. I date, she was telling him he needed to get an older woman, and he pretty much shitted on it pretty much. He pretty much
Right.
downs older woman his age, not even older woman.
Yeah, he a trip, but that's what he get. And now, do you think he deserves some humble pie? Because
More than likely, he's
think he
still
too
gonna
much
stick
for
mess with him.
himself.
He's still gonna mess around with him that young. And all I can see it for to me is he don't like a challenge or something like that. He just like, you
No,
know,
he lazy like a
good,
lot of
yeah,
men. They
yeah.
lazy.
They
They
gonna
don't want no
they know
challenge.
them 18-year-olds just gonna give in to what they want. It's a beneficial. It's just beneficial for both parties. He just want the cheek. She just want the money, and there's nothing else more
The money,
complicated in
and
between that.
believe me,
Yeah.
not all men are lazy. So don't give me. And when I mean lazy, I mean they don't want nothing that is like I was talking about earlier. They don't want anything really challenging. They want something convenient. And hey, you there? Then let's do this. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to work and really get to know anybody that got a brain besides tits and butt. That's not all, but that's some.
But it's
Derek
far
said
many
no.
men, it's far many women pushing 30 that still have that mentality. I just don't agree with
Right.
the
I
him being
agree.
almost 60 and you going through this with an 18-year-old. And I find in
Right.
the people who support Shannon, I find that creepy that they see her as more a 18-year-old as more of a villain for what she's doing to a 60-year-old. Something wrong with society to me where you giving a 60-year-old a
Right.
pass, for getting played by an 18-year-old girl.
Because his daughter is probably in her 20s. Big Cuzzo said he think he's 57. And Derek was saying no more Molly. The accuser's bank account is looking jolly. Joy Taylor fired from FS1 for sleeping Ocho and her boss named Charlie. Lakers in 5. What is Derek talking about? He rhyming. He says Shannon's always tries to son Ocho, but he's the one acting like you can't get it right. Yeah, he do. He always trying to school somebody with his nasty self. And you
Oh wow,
said,
it's,
"Oh,
as
thank
they
you so
look
much,
at it,
Commander." Hey,
his kids is my age, so his daughter's
yeah, like
33.
right. That's a shame. You said Shannon is from Glenville, Georgia. He's country as cornbread and buttermilk. Oh, I know about that. That cornbread
That's
and
why I say he
buttermilk.
from Atlanta.
Yeah. He real country then, and he go way back in the day. My grandparents used to do buttermilk and cornbread. That is disgusting. The cornbread is good, but that buttermilk, I ain't doing that. You said he 59 CX? Well, that's close. He almost 60. That's the point. Feel bad for his daughter too. Hey, Orlando. Yeah, that's a shame. Okay, I'm gonna play a little bit more of Poet Flacco.
Created by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Shortly after this announcement, it was revealed that Shannon Sharpe was taking a hiatus away from ESPN and that he will be back at the start of the football season. So Shannon Sharpe said this was mutually agreed upon, that he wanted to take a step back from ESPN to focus on this, and he'll be back. And they all assured that he did not get fired, that he was still a part of the ESPN team, and we still love Shannon Sharpe. But behind the scenes, there are rumblings that, man, after like their chick released audio of apparently Shannon Sharpe saying he would choke her, apparently this was something that her and Shannon Sharpe did. It was some role play stuff. But once she released the audio out of context, ESPN said, bro, this is just too messy, man. And there was rumblings that Shannon Sharpe was done at ESPN for good. But they would still maintain the fact that Shannon Sharpe was going to be back at the start of football season. Well, preseason has started. Shannon Sharpe hasn't been back at ESPN. So while people were trying to figure that out, we got a bombshell that got released that made everybody look at Shannon Sharp a little crazy. So we got word that Shannon Sharp and the accuser reached a settlement, right? And this came after like a week after we got reports that the court date that was scheduled for Shannon Sharp and the accuser to have their first day in court, none of like the parties showed up. Like Shannon Sharp and his attorneys never showed up, and Tony Busby and Gabby never showed up. So that was strange. So I guess a settlement was reached like a week before. So the first question is, come on, bruh. A settlement? Shannon Sharp offered this chick $10 million apparently before they came forward. So if they rejected $10 million, can you imagine what they settled for? And that's before we got reports on exactly what the amount was. Tony Busby.
So basically, the lady got exactly what she wanted. She played him real good. And my thing is, if he knew he didn't do anything, why he didn't just stick to, you know, what he originally was going to do? You know, stick to his guns. But he went ahead and settled with this girl, and more than likely, she probably got exactly what she was trying to blackmail him for. That is crazy. Hey, Duke, how are you?
Hey, what's happening?
What you have to bring to this conversation? Hey, Sassy.
I'm kind of glad to just see that, you know, a lot of the smoke.
Did you have something to say? Huh?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. That, you know, a lot of the smoke and mirrors and all the arrogance, you know what I'm saying? You eventually got to deal with your stuff in front of everybody, just how you was out there talking crazy to everybody. Hear what it is. That's it.
Right. So, I meant to write a question. Do you think that Shannon Sharp got a piece of his humble pie?
Yeah, that's what I was basically saying. I was basically saying these two arrogant individuals are now under fire and they're losing things because of their arrogance. Pride goes before the fall. People discuss with them and talk to them, and they thought that they were untouchable. And so it's good to see that people are humbled by their ignorant ways. It is what it is. Nobody's bigger than the program.
I like what he said. He sounded just like he said he worded way better than I did. This stuff, bro. Selena, I just hit you up. Oh, go ahead, Selena. My bad.
No, and that's the reason why I meant to put a question mark, but it ended up being an exclamation mark. So why somebody want to judge me for that mistake? Oh, bastard. But anyway, but that was, like I said, it was a question. Because like I said, I don't know these people. I just know from we don't know these people. We just know from what we see on TV and the news, like these people are being charged with this and being charged with that. And I try not to always give my opinion on stuff because, again, I don't know the ins and outs of the story. So just to hear some of this stuff, you know, it just shows me that he lacks a lot of discretion and wisdom. Why are you dealing with an 18-year-old girl that's old enough to be your daughter? For some vagina? You could have did that with somebody a little older. And then on top of that, why is you still dealing with OnlyFans and you almost 60 years old? You should be trying to settle down.
Right.
Find a girl.
Right. Gil has a goofy personality. Always has. I held Shannon to a higher standard, a lot higher standard, and I see him as a goofy now that I find out that he dealing with this with an 18-year-old.
So Shannon is the one with the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. Shannon was with that 18-year-old.
I actually liked him as a football player. And like I said, I held him to a higher standard. I don't really hold Gil to no standard other than he's an entertainer.
Well, can I say this? Due to knowing how Shannon Sharp is and how he talks, and you know, knowing his whole, well, not all of his career, but just knowing of him and what type of individual he is, for him to be dealing with, you know, an individual of that age, like You gotta know that most of these people that finally get that money and they finally get what they want, this is just money talking. Like I'm finna fuck the purest of coochies, the fresh off the lot, basically. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off the lot, it ain't got too many miles on it. You know what I'm saying? This is your average millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just now really getting money like that and really being in the, you know what I'm saying? He been on in some Super Bowls. He done been on a Super Bowl winning team, but now it's like, okay, I'm living my life. I'm doing my thing. But I don't want nothing with no miles on it. So I mean it's
No,
perverted. It's perverted, but
She
that's
got
just
plenty of
money.
mouths, probably.
but when you that could be true. But when you a man like him, that I don't know if you listen to him on
Yeah,
broadcasting.
no, that's why I said it's perverted.
Most of his sayings are I remember when his grandmother gave him all this type of advice except for
That's what
don't
I'm
be an
saying.
old ass man
That's what I'm
that
saying. It's
mess with an
hypocritical.
18-year-old.
She
So your grandma advice don't mean nothing other
That's
than
what I'm saying. Everything that he's doing is hypocritical. Most of this shit is driven by money and living the
Right.
lifestyle. That's all I'm
she
saying.
def she
This
definitely got
nigga's
mouths on
lifestyle.
her. She came from OnlyFans. She definitely got mouths on
Yeah.
her.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
I mean,
Yep.
most prostitutes don't be. They really don't be on that. Most of these niggas pay for the fetish, fam. Like everything that they
That's
said about
true.
the choke. That's what I'm saying. Like, cause I know niggas. I know Johns and tricks that pay for the experience. They don't ever just fuck. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we can't. Most motherfuckers that get money like that, you
Wow.
gotta understand it's deeper than just sex. You know what I'm
I mean, I
saying?
get it. Yeah, that's true.
Motherfuckers be on
That's
some
true.
control shit. Like, nigga, he was damn near with an 18-year-old. He's a fucking sugar daddy at this point.
Right.
I'm just saying he should have did better than that. But
Well, you
Selena, I
can't
had
you
hit you
can't
up.
do better than that when you got too much money and you playing. You just playing with
Nah, I
it. You know
believe
what I
you
mean?
can. It's just the effort. They just let their wallet lead the way instead
That's
of
what I'm
putting in the
saying.
effort.
Like
You
So it's
Rob
can't
not
talked.
well,
the
you
money.
can't do better when it's driven by
If
money.
he got the effort to get up and go to the gym every day to take care of his body like that, the way that he does at his age, still he watch what he eat and everything. It's just the laziness when it comes to finding the right woman. It's like
Exactly. Lazy ass.
everything else he's disciplined in. That man is
He's
real
too
disciplined
old.
in what he put in his body as far as food, alcohol, and everything. He would not look the way that he do
Yeah,
it pushing 60. So it's
fact,
definitely not no excuse that just because he got money, you know.
fact.
No, I didn't say it
But
was an
Exactly.
Selena,
excuse, fam. And I like to be parallel. I like to agree to agree. I never said it was an excuse. All I'm saying is that money and that type of lifestyle, it'll drive you to have a different type of character than the humble shit that he's always talking about. Than what is great. You know what I'm saying? Because every time Ocho Cinco they had these conversations, he's always giving out some game and this and that, some old player ass, whatever. But my nigga, you got caught with your pants down, basically. So that's all I'm saying. I don't like coming against other people's shit, fam. When they speak, I'm just on some agree to agree. And
Right. Right.
that money and the
Yeah, yeah.
fame got to his head, and that's unfortunate that he's been parading around like he's this perfect nigga, and he really ain't.
That part, dude.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Fuck these
somebody
old
came.
fucking trick
Oh,
ass
hey,
niggas.
damn
I
D.
don't like these type of
Damn
niggas.
D. Let's see who else came in. Heartbreak. Thank you for coming through. Lee. Thank you for coming through. Reggie Reg. What's good? Thank you for coming through. Yeah, both y'all have some valid points, man. I'm telling you, I got some intelligent men on my panel.
He actually released a statement after the news of the settlement got released. And he said both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon resolutions. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. Yo, when you put language like that, man, you know you content, bro. You satisfied. You good with what the outcome is. And then after Tony Busby said this, to make matters worse for Shannon Sharp in the eyes of the public, Gabby released a statement of her own. And this statement really pissed men off everywhere, bro. I'm talking about boiled the blood of men everywhere. A statement like this, really makes me despise Shannon Sharp. Gabby released a statement letting the world know she is officially retired after the settlement. So Gabrielle Zuniga wrote a statement. Now, she didn't address the fact that, she pushed Shannon Sharp through hell. She just says, today, I have decided to retire from OF. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I could have never imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this new chapter. I love you all forever and ever. And the reason
he did it to himself, man.
Wow.
He did it to
And
himself.
that statement
Wow.
alone tells you right there that she wasn't no fetish type of model, because if so, she could still make money like that 50 million,
Right.
plus whatever she's still making. Like, let's say if she was a foot fetish model or something like that, she sound like she retiring from physical toll. She made a statement like she retiring from physical toll on her body.
Child, ooh, if I
Hey,
had
Selena.
I'm telling you, the answer. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get back off. I had to come back here and say this because right when I got off, I seen some updates come to my phone. They just said that Gilbert Arenas got released, and that his trial is coming up in September, so he's released right now. His trial will be coming up in September.
He's released. Okay.
Yeah, he's released. So I just wanted to say
So that's
that
not
because
too far off. It's
yeah.
in July. Thank you so much. The answer. So Gilbert Arenas is released, and his trial is set in September sometime. So, I didn't think he was going to be in jail. I kind of knew that they were probably going to give him a bond. You said a $50K bond. I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
that's like 50 cents to him.
Yeah, that's low. Yeah.
Right.
If they had hard evidence against him, he would not be out on a 50K bond.
No, I think you know what? I think he might have a fine, maybe some probation.
Exactly. That's what I said. It's like Diddy almost. It's more of a money grab.
Yo,
Yeah,
I can't
that's what it is.
see it. I can't see it. I could be wrong, but I don't see it
Yeah, I think he gonna be
but
though.
we should teach him a lesson though. Huh?
He gonna pay that money, and
Hey,
he might
Jack.
not even do no time. That's what I look at it. He gonna pay
Yeah,
that
same thing to me. Like,
Yeah.
maybe some probation or something, but hard time, nah.
Nah, I don't see it.
I swear it seems like now the feds
That
more
would be
they care
amazing.
more.
I mean, that would
know-
be
No, so you know how it seemed like now the feds care more about they how back in the days the feds seem like they cared a lot more about their conviction rate. Now it just seems like everything is a money grab for
Right.
them. They don't care about losing, because everybody fear. Oh, that was always the stigma. Is once the feds on you, you gonna be guilty and do 80% of the time. That ain't the stigma no more.
Right.
Everybody who keeps getting caught, it's just they're losing a lot of mone. All the hard evidence that was against Diddy. Now, what's his name? Life might be in danger for nothing because Lupe pretty much testified for nothing now.
Yeah, exactly.
And that man almost got killed. And imagine that. Diddy gonna be walking soon, and now he gonna have to worry for the rest of his life about retaliation.
Thanks. But I'm gonna drop down, Selena. I just wanted to come up and tell you that.
Okay, thank you. The answer. I'm almost at the end. Hey, Miss E, how are you? I'm
Have a
almost
good
at
night.
the end. I'm gonna finish this and we're gonna get up out of here because I got my wing stop. I gotta finish eating. Okay.
The reason why this pissed off a lot of men, because the very thought that degeneracy, like lies. Now, if Shannon Sharp settled, maybe she wasn't lying. But the very thought that this woman lied, used degeneracy, used hoeing to a retirement at 23 years old, that pissed off a lot of men, bro. And it made me look at Shannon Sharp a little crazy, bro. Because from his first message, I thought he was for the cause. I thought Shannon Sharp was going to ride us out. But then reports came out that Shannon Sharp settled for $23 million. He put $23 million in his woman's pockets. That right there just pissed me off to the point where, I can't even look at Shannon Sharp the same. I haven't watched a Shannon Sharp nightcap episode since. I haven't watched a Shannon Sharp interview since. I can't even look at that man the same, bro. You retired a 23-year-old scallywag.
Right.
She won't ever have to work again for the rest of her life.
Wish that was me.
And you only got to clap cheeks for a year and a half? And half of that, you was paying for the cheeks because we seen the messages. She's telling you $25K a cheek. Bro, I despise you, man. And ESPN was apparently
Selena,
as disgusted as the rest of us.
Huh?
Nah, I say as light as you are, Selena, you still too dark.
What you mean?
He like him pale. He like him pale. You still too dark, even though you're a red though.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? So you said as light as I am, I'm still too dark for. That is crazy. This I want to say something so bad, but I'm trying my best not to say nothing inappropriate. But he down bad for this. He down bad. Like, what's going on with these older men? Y'all, I think when you get past at least 30, I'm gonna say 35, and that's for women too, because it's a lot of immature women as well. When you get past 35, like you should be kind of settling down. Come on now. I don't know what this dude. He's an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment, man. This woman doesn't ever have to work again because his stupid butt wanted to make a bad decision and deal with this lady for 2 years. 2 years. That's amazing to me. And then he don't want to give his daughter money for her wedding. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, he don't have to, but that's his daughter. You would think that most fathers, if they're able to financially, be able to provide for their daughter on their special day. But instead,
you gave your generational wealth to a complete stranger for maybe a couple of sessions. I don't know how long their relationship was, but still don't compare to the 2 years. Meanwhile, you had 33 years worth of raising these girls. And that generational wealth being passed on to a woman you only known for 2 years.
Crazy.
And she's gonna pass that generational wealth. She's gonna share it with some other dude.
Some other dude, and that's messed up. He could have gave it to his grandkids.
That's literally his NFL career earnings. He only made $21 million. They said for his entire NFL career. So that's actually crazy because luckily he got the broadcasting that took off. Otherwise, he'd be pretty much everything he made in his NFL career would just be going to waste.
Mm-hmm. Hey, IC. Okay, I'm gonna finish this and we're gonna get up out of here.
Then he had the
because ESPN
deal he had was
$100 million.
million.
Was Shannon Sharp. He's fired. They have parted ways now.
Right. Like he was saying, they just fired him too. So he done got himself messed up. And he's down bad. He's down bad for this. He done
that was $100 million deal too.
And see, this is why men, you guys have to be careful because you don't know what some of these women are vicious. Man, they a different group. It's some different type of people out here. I'm talking about men and women. Y'all better be careful because you gonna run it. Don't let your little head outthink your big head because you're gonna find yourself in some situations like this at almost 60 years old. This guy is fit. I think Big Cousin said 57. Then CX said he was 59. So he's almost 60 years old, still playing stupid games. And now he don't want a stupid prize. What they say, stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Play stupid games.
And this is exactly what's happening. Right. Just ignorant.
This was not like an amicable statement. This was not like
thank you, Randy.
Previous statement. We have news decided to no. He's fired. We have let him go. Sports Illustrated confirmed the news that Shannon Sharp was fired by Andrew Marchand Now, there was no talks of a settlement of a buyout because when he left Fox or when he got fired from Fox, there was a buyout. Fox paid out the rest of his salary. But with ESPN, they had every right to fire Shannon Sharpe. I believe there's some type of moral clause there. So Shannon Sharpe was hoping, that he could probably have them buy out some of his contract. If let's say Shannon Sharpe contract was 5 years, $25 million, and this is like the first year and he was still owed, let's say $20 million. Well, they would have had to buy out Shannon Sharpe for the $20 million if they just wanted him to go away. But when you fire Shannon Sharpe for violating like your rules, you don't have to pay him out nothing. And that's what it looks like. Now, Shannon Sharpe was in the works of a $100 million podcast deal before this lawsuit. I don't know if that podcast deal is still on the table, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know, bro. All right, because now whoever was about to sign Shannon Sharpe, they got all the leverage. Right? Now they can throw Shannon Sharpe probably 50 of this. $50 million is still a blessing, especially after paying Gabby Zanuga $23 million.
We have breaking news. Having just learned, former NBA star Gilbert Arenas has been arrested. He and 5 others are accused of operating an illegal gambling business. The Department of Justice says they had high-stakes poker games at Arenas' Encino mansion. Arenas is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. He's expected to appear in court this afternoon in downtown L.A. We will continue to follow this story throughout the day here on Eyewitness News.
The headline for this Gilbert Arenas arrest made this situation sound even crazier than what it already is. Like, it's already crazy Gilbert Arenas is being arrested by the feds. But
Right.
to say that Gilbert Arenas has been arrested by the feds and his co-defendant is somebody tied to an organized crime organization in Israel, it's crazy. Like, for what type of stuff are you getting into, sir? So
Exactly. These folks, some of these foreigners, they don't, not all, but they don't like you, and if they can get some money or get a deal, shoot, they'll backdoor
The bigger problem though is not even him, the mob ties being involved in gambling, but I'm sure the gambling is the least of the problems of the mob ties. Like, how do they got well-known mob tie people coming from other countries coming here and just
Right.
casually walking around? Like gambling is part of what the mob is involved. But come on, everybody know the worst of the worst. The mob is tied to his murder and shit like that. So y'all more worried about this gambling and stuff with these mob guys because, other than the murders and shit solving them, and let alone that they're coming in to the country illegally gambling.
Mhm. Yes, indeed. And thank you. Hey, CC, how are you? And King Miles, how are you? Thank you, Breon Mitchell. You say Gilbert Arenas, just a hustler. Yeah, he's definitely a hustler.
the official headline is former NBA star Gilbert Arenas, a suspected Israeli crime figure, were arrested today on federal indictment alleging they operate an illegal gambling business in which high-stakes poker games were played at an Encino mansion Arenas owned. My biggest question whenever I get news like one of these multi-super rich millionaires dudes are involved in organized crime, it's like, why? Like, was there a financial incentive here? You're Gilbert Arenas. Like, bro, your podcast make $1 million a month. You probably got about like 20 or 30 M's left over from the NBA alone. Your son about to be, well, he's been injured, but your son might just be a lottery pick in the NBA. So you good in that regards. Your other.
So basically, he's saying Gilbert Arenas may be a little greedy. Hey, realist might be greedy, huh? Maybe that. So that's basically why he's naming all these different avenues of wealth that Gilbert Arenas has currently. And basically, he didn't have to do this. This is just him making a stupid decision, basically.
Son looking like he's going to be a lottery pick in the NBA as well. If he grows a couple more inches, bro, you set for life. You don't need the extra money from crime. You just don't. So when I read exactly what took place and I read the indictment, Gilbert Arenas himself never participated in the high-stake poker games or the illegal gambling. Gilbert Arenas was sitting at the top of the food chain because he owned the mansion and he rented out the mansion and he got a portion of the proceeds. So if this is an international crime boss who's running this, and this is high stakes poker, we're talking about millions of dollars on a daily basis is coming in and out of that mansion. And Gilbert Arenas got a cut of it. First thing I noticed.
So Gilbert Arenas got a cut, and as Breon said, the government didn't get a cut. So it says government not getting their cut. That's why it's illegal. So if the government was maybe getting their cut, maybe it might not be so illegal.
I agree with that.
Maybe they would just act like nothing ever happened, that they don't see anything. You know, this kind of stuff does happen. When certain people get a cut, we don't see nothing. Right.
But, you know, it is also different levels out there in Cali too, because I don't know if you were up on Big U and it coming out now how even the white, you know, players for the Lakers and stuff like that pretty much all got, you know, extorted by Big U and Crips and shit like that, you know, pretty much not even having to check in. They didn't necessarily have to be involved in or wanted to be involved in any gang ties. Pretty much they were extorted just because they were in the wrong territory of LA with money.
Man, Roy Lee, I could have you up here on again on my platform to talk about some of this stuff, because some of this stuff I do not know, because again, I'm not really sports savvy, so I don't know what is what a lot of times. It's, you know, I just hear it by other, you know, people. But you making a lot of good sense.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It is when you hear about that type of stuff, it's like I don't think he necessarily seeked out any mob ties, but it is California. You're gonna get them type of people because I mean, how many people have survived fiving out there without doing illegal type of shit? You know, like
right. Oh, thank you so much, AZ. Hey, AZ, hey, Randy's boy, he blessed me again. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And guys, if y'all can, I just need 3. I need, was it? I got 2, so I need 3 more. If it's for I can reach my goal for the super chats. It can be $1, it could be $2, it could be whatever. If you have it, if you don't, I understand. So shout out to Randy. So those who are in the chat, thank Randy for the memberships. Okay. Shout out to Randy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, AZ. I appreciate you guys. And you said Gilbert is an idiot. Okay.
None of this dude's like co-defendants got English names, homie. All his co-defendants, man. Yagivani Grossman.
Yeah.
Ivajani Tokafakas.
So those are either Russian or and Jewish names that's on that list. Russian and Jewish. So yeah, he Gilbert done got in some BS. Being greedy. Being greedy. What in the world? Come on, play. Don't mess up.
And you know why I kind of got a different outlook on it is because
no, we know what.
Hold on, just a second. Let me finish this. And can you hold that thought?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and finish this.
So all his co-defendants are from Israel, Israelis. Okay, so the indictment says former NBA star Gilbert Arenas and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level member of an Israeli transnational organized crime group, were arrested today on a federal indictment alleging they operated an illegal gambling business in which high-stake poker games were played at an Encino mansion Gilbert Arenas owned. Now, it says that Gilbert Arenas, Agent Zero of Woodland Hills, is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal prosecutors. Now, each one of these charges got a maximum of 5 years. So he's facing 15 years maximum, okay?
Yeah, right.
He is scheduled to make, so right now he's still in custody, by the way. So he's scheduled to make his initial appearance and be arraigned this afternoon. Now, when you scroll down and you read this, Gilbert Arenas never really gambled, but he was getting proceeds from the illegal operation that was going on in his mansion. And these people were operating this like a legal casino. you would think if this was like illegal and not allowed and something that faced this much of like severe punishment, yo, you would think that these people wouldn't be operating this as like flamboyantly as they were. So according to the indictment, on July 15th and until today, from September 2021 to July 2022, Gresham, Arenas, and other defendants operated an illegal gambling business. Arenas, this is his role in it. He rented out an casino mansion he owned for the purpose of hosting high-stake illegal poker games at Arenas' direction. Now, they're claiming that Arenas was the one at the top. Now, I don't think that Gilbert Arenas is bossing around a transnational crime boss, but they claim
I don't think he was at the top, but he knew he knows a lot because it was, like I said, it was in his house and he owned some of the properties. I guess some of this illegal stuff was going on, but I don't think he was at the top. What is your thoughts on that, Roy Lee? Thank you guys so much. Hey, Channel 4 this. Are you still there, Roy Lee? I don't know if hopefully he's still there. Go ahead. I can't hear you, Roy Lee. You
Hold
probably
on, I lost
have to
service.
drop
I couldn't
down and
hear
come
what the
back
video
up. I
was.
don't know.
Can you hear me? I lost. I couldn't hear what
Oh,
the video
gosh.
was saying for a
No,
minute.
they were just basically talking about, the charges and the people that were all involved. They also was saying that basically, he was at the top. Gilbert Arenas was at the top of, basically he organized all of this illegal casino or whatever. So I can go back and let you hear a little bit of it, but they're basically was saying, trying to put most of the blame on him.
Well,
So
yeah, I heard that most of the blame on him because it was in his house too. But
right, it was
I
in
guess
his
that's
house,
more of the
but I
part.
don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah, that's what they were saying at first was it happened on his property. So I was wondering, like Vic, like let's say with Vic with the dog fighting, he had very minimal part to do with the dog fighting ring. It just happened on his property and he had knowledge of it. That's what got him in trouble. He did, I think, kill a dog or two, but that's what I say. I didn't. It more evident, more got to come out to where it's, to show proof that yeah, it happened on his property. But was this a rental property or was this a place he was living in while it was happening?
I think one of them was at his house, and the other one I think was at rental properties. He said, CC, that's why I don't think it's that serious, but he can't snitch on the mafia. So AZ was saying it's the Jewish mafia. He done got himself in some mess. He said, y'all remember when Paul Pierce was caught gambling and talking ish and ESPN fired him? He was at Gilbert's house.
See, in Florida,
I remember it.
In Florida, I was illegal betting. That's why, I was involved in illegal betting, but not necessarily I was doing it, but I was placing illegal bets knowingly that they were
He said, I
illegal.
know Kwame
And then
Brown is celebrating.
2 years later, it became where it's like the same thing that I was doing 2 years ago that was illegal. They arrested the people who started the gambling, started the pool hall, and then 2 years later, it became legal to bet in the casinos doing the exact same thing that we were doing 2 years prior. So it's just like somebody
Right.
said earlier, they just want their hands in they don't like this stuff being done without their hand in the cookie jar as well. That's where the problem comes in at.
Exactly. Hey, Channel 4 of this.
What's up? How's everybody doing?
Okay.
What's up?
All good. I'm gonna finish playing this, and then y'all can give y'all last.
Hold on, before you finish playing this, I will say this. You have some people that feel that they're so powerful that if they get their skin color.
That part.
That's
Because at
all
the
I'm
end
going
of
to
the
say.
day, yeah, that it is what it is. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
have to
You
throw
got
that little bit of shade out there, but just think about what I just said there and let
so
everybody
so
else
do
know
you
that.
think do you think the arrogance and that some people have, or the feeling of being untouchable, allows people to maybe be so prideful they don't see that they don't see the pitfalls. They just go through life doing their thing, and until it's like in they're faced with it.
Well, I will not answer that question. I would love for everybody, including yourself and the rest of the audience, answer that. I'm gonna start
No,
with one, Charles. I'm gonna start with one, Charles Barkley.
Charles
Go.
Barkley. I don't know too much about Charles Barkley. Like I
Oh
said,
no,
I'm not.
when you actually feel you're so arrogant that you can say and do anything that you want, and it won't come back to bite you. You can start with Charles Barkley.
Wait, I'm confused. What did Barkley do?
Oh
Yeah, I
no,
don't
when he started going against the Mexican community, oh, they flamed his ass. You feel what I'm saying? Like
They blamed him.
so social constructs could actually make you look crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be light, sometimes it can be very, very harsh. Sometimes you can be too cocky where it would actually come back and bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just always been Barkley though. He kind of let it be known
So
that
basically, you answered my question. Like that was my that. So that's the name. If you look at my title, and again, I got to go back and put the question mark. But is Gilbert Arenas and Shannon Sharp eating a piece of humble pie? So that you
Yes.
basically answered what I asked. So
Yeah. So I
anyway,
mean,
but
and I think we have other names that are not as popular, but they have actually eaten their own. They've eaten their own crap.
basically.
Yeah.
So let me
Men
play
and
this.
women.
Oh, exactly, men and women. Anybody can get some humble pie. Life will humble you, if nothing else. And actually, I'm gonna play this, and then y'all can say your final things. And I want to get off here because I need to eat my wing stop. Okay,
yeah. All right,
I'll
salute
keep
you
it
for
short.
it.
I'm sorry.
Selena, I'm
period.
about to get off too because I'm about to get to work. So
That
it's
Gilbert
about to
Arenas
get a little
directed
noisy.
Arthur in West Hollywood.
Okay, thank you, Roy Lee. You're welcome anytime. Thank you so much.
Peace
All right.
out.
Shout out to Roy Lee.
Staged the mansion to host the games, found co-conspirators to host the games, and collected rent from the co-conspirators on Gilbert Arenas' behalf. So now I'll be real. This is worse than I thought. This is worse than I thought. I was thinking that these dudes approached Gilbert Arenas and said, "Hey, bro, we want to host high-stake poker games here. Can we rent out the mansion and we'll give you a fee?" They're saying, "Nah." Gilbert Arenas came up with this idea on his own. Yo, hold on, man. But we can have multi-million-dollar deals going on in this mansion that I don't use, and they can just pay me. Oh, no. So Gilbert Arenas is who sought out the crime bosses. This is crazy. Okay, so it goes on. Gresham to Vakashaki, Austria, and Cohen managed illegal pot limit Omaha poker games, among other illegal games at the Encino Mansion, and collected a rake. It's a fee the house charged from each pot, either a percentage or a fixed amount per hand, and invited players to compete. They also hired young women who, in exchange for tips, served drinks, provided massages, offer companionship to the poker players. Hold on, bro. Hold on. They got trafficking included in this?
Yeah, that could be considered prostitution or sex trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
So women were charged a tax, a percentage of their earnings from working the games. So understand what's happening here, bro. A tax from working the games.
Oh, wow.
They were offering companionship. Man, bro, they was selling coochie in there, bro. Hold on, bro. Illegal. Oh, Gilbert, you messed up, bro. Gilbert, nah, bro. Nah, bro. This is, bro, you had like a Diddy party mixed with an Italian mob style. Nah, this is crazy, bro. So chefs, valets, and armed security guards also were hired to staff these illegal poker games. Kershaw worked as a chip runner in which the track player wins and losses, distributed poker chips to players, and pay employees. Okay, you imagine being a police, right? And you just driving by one day. not really understanding what's going on. You just driving by doing your routine shift run, and you see armed security outside. You see Bugattis and Rolls Royces being valeted. You you see girls walking in like poker uniforms. You're asking yourself, wait, what's going on here? Now, it's unclear exactly how they got caught. I guess we'll find out once the indictment gets uploaded. But this is bad, man. This is bad. And Gilbert Arenas was just on a podcast making fun of Malik Beasley and his illegally gambling situation. Gambling is whooping y'all behinds, man. Y'all got to give it up at this point, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, man.
Wow. Shout out to him. And this is a Poet Flacco. So I watch some of his commentary at times. So yeah, so you guys check him out. So I'm going to ask you, Channel Forbes, for the last words. What did you get from? What's the summary? What's your feedback from all of this? What we just talked about? I don't know if you were in the bushes.
Believe it or not, I'm actually subscribed to Poetic Flacco. He actually used to be. I don't know if he still is, but he's actually one of the main members of the Adam 22 podcast, the No Jumper podcast.
Right.
So I have a love-hate relationship as far as what he does. But one thing I do give him, he's almost like academics, where he's very, very transparent with what he's actually observing and how he feels about it. So that's good, because that's what we need. We need 100% independent media, just like the Neon situation, which, as much as I do not like non-funny, just hilarious, just not hilarious, but she definitely stood on business over there, so shout out to her. As far as that is concerned, as far as what we got going on over here, look, sometimes dudes, they actually revere in their legendary, if that makes sense, especially the older gentlemen. They feel that they cannot be touched. They feel that and unfortunately, they have to realize, just like how we say back in the old days, hey, the chickens come home to roost, yo.
They feel roost. Yes, indeed. Thank you, SBK. Thank you for being a member for 8 months. I appreciate you.
I mean, they come home to roost. So unfortunately for these guys, I mean, crap, you saw it happen to R. Kelly, you saw it happen to Diddy. Shannon Sharp, you saw it just kicked you in the ass. And then now this guy over here now is just like, yo, bro, when are you guys, tuck your penis in your pants and keep it there, because you guys playing with the wrong kind of people. Like, you guys is really, really, it's either you guys is getting really, really desperate one way or the other. And I would think that because of everything that you guys have experienced all the way throughout the years, you guys are embarrassing yourselves, man. And I just feel bad, because at least, especially the Black community, we're supposed to be holding you up to a higher standard, and you guys play with your own legacy. And that's all I really have to say. I mean, I'm not saying that anybody, like, everybody has their own faults. You know what I'm saying? But I think saying that these guys are playing with their own legacies like that, because we can't judge them. But they're playing with their own legacies. They are the only ones who have to face themselves in the mirror.
Exactly, Channel 4. And you know what? I would say, we can't judge anybody. We can just maybe judge really by their actions on who they are, or who we might think they are, but we still really don't know people. But I would say, like you was like, when you do have such a legacy like that, don't allow your foolishness, or your bad behavior to
ruin that
for you. Thank you so much, Roy Lee. I appreciate you. Ruin your legacy, ruin your lifestyle, ruin, and like I said, a lot of these people have children and grandchildren, and
you embarrassing them now.
Yeah, just remember your family, like, at the end of the day. So I say, people need to, we all make mistakes, but some things we know what the hell we doing, and we gotta eventually gotta take accountability. So nobody is untouchable. Nobody is a person that can just get away. We might get away with some things for a little while, and that's because of grace. But whether you think it's the universe giving you grace or God giving you grace, you only have so much. You know what I'm saying? So you will if you keep doing what you're doing, you will get caught up, and it will not be in your favor. So I will say, for the most part, be smart, try to do the right thing as much as possible, and don't get so entangled with the thrill of getting away with something, right? Because nobody, everybody can get touched. Everybody can learn a lesson if you
Anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it. Hey, Billy. So that would be my advice to myself, because I say it to myself and to anybody. Just try to do the best you can, do the right thing as much as you can. And men, stop thinking with the little head and think with the big head most of the time, okay? Because you'll find yourself in situations like this.
What if you happen to be physically deformed, then it's the other way around?
Oh my gosh. We're not going to that. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go through that. We're not.
I just had to throw the joke out there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm like, wait a minute, what? So like I had to think about what you said. So, but like I said, we all have our faults, and we all do our, our bad stuff. That's, we humans. Some of us, some of the time, we know what the hell we doing, but we choose to do what we want to do anyway. And this is the repercussions of I would say bad decisions. We're gonna have to reap the consequences of it. And this is unfortunate, but hey, somebody got to learn. So hopefully they will learn from this experience, and they won't keep on being stupid. As it was always older lady told me, Miss Ruth told me, Selena, don't be stupid. So I still remember that. Thank you so much, Icy, for being a member. I appreciate you so much, Channel Forbes. Any last things, last thoughts before I get off? Because like I said, I'm ready to eat my Wingstop. So any last things?
I always appreciate the beautiful smile and the beautiful conversations. All right.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I will always say that, and I was always appreciate everybody over here in this room, whether you roasted me, you flaming the hell out of me or not. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's no hate. I don't know you personally, but as long as we can actually come to a resolve and actually just be adults, I'm perfectly fine with that. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people that are starving in Gaza. I don't know if you actually saw that news. Like I actually woke up crying this morning, reading this news this morning. Like
I'm gonna cover that too.
That actually had me. I was physically crying this morning. Like that hurt me. It was just seeing people suffer like that, and then the politicians saying, "Oh, that's not happening." Meanwhile, we have actual video footage. That is disgusting. That's worse than what's happening over in when they actually held the World Cup of Bahrain or whatever the hell that made up country that they built. Like that's disgusting, man. It's just the fact that human beings that exist that have money like that, and they just feel like people are below them like that, it just really disgusts me into my core.
To the elites, most of the elites, I will say that we are nothing. We are sheeple. We are disposable, right? So this is why, sometimes I don't have faith in humanity at times, because some of us are so heartless and we're so consumed with our own stuff. We can't even have empathy and sympathy for other people, no compassion. Yep. It's just like, oh, it ain't me. It ain't nobody I love or like. That's the wrong attitude to have.
And I feel bad because I have, like, some of my friends, they're actually Israelis, like full-on purebred Israelis and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they do not move like this. They do not think like that. So they almost, some places they're actually ashamed to even say that they're Israeli, because now it's like, oh, you actually agree with it, like, you know what I mean? And like me and them, we would go out drinking and we have dinner and stuff like that. They 100% stand with us. It's like, yo, this is some trash. You know what I mean? It's exactly. Like not everybody thinks like that, and not everybody from every walk of life thinks like that. So when I saw this on the news this morning, I actually hit up my friends in Israel. I'm like, yo, you guys is good over there. It's just like, yeah, but we have to stay off social media right now because we are going to get flamed. Like, we have no say. We have nothing. Because they agree this is disgusting. You know what I mean?
That's unfortunate, but this is the world that we live in. Unfortunately, people just do not care. But thank you so much, Channel Forbes. Thank you, Roy Lee. Thank you, The Answer. And I think who else came up? I think that was it. I appreciate everybody that showed me some love, whether it was through a super chat or memberships, what was the other thing? I said cash apps. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for everything you guys do. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Randy. He blessed a lot of people today. So shout out to him.
Shout out to Randy. He was getting some subscribers and stuff. I saw him like, yo, shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, shout out to him. So I am about to get off of here. Like Roy Lee said, my fries are cold and I shouldn't be eating them at I shouldn't be eating them at 10 o'clock tonight. I might have to just eat a couple and put the rest up. But yeah, thank you so much for coming up, Channel Forbes.
Love you.
I knew you were gonna do that stupid song. I know you're gonna do that. Thank you.
That is so you, goddammit.
Love you to Reese's Pieces. Okay.
Peace out.
All right. Thank you. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for coming through. Like I said, this is a last minute thing I was gonna do. I'm like everybody else talking about it. Let me talk about it. You know, I don't understand all the sports and legal stuff, but you know, I'm pretty smart. I can catch on. And then I gotta go and do something to my title since someone wants to critique me. And you are blocked from my channel. Don't ever come back. But anyway, everybody else, I enjoyed, and I thank you guys for giving me your input and everything. So love you to Reese's Pieces, and forgive me for earlier. If you go back and look at the playback and you see that I didn't have to. I just cussed somebody out, and I know better than that. But you know, I felt like he deserved it, which he did. So, but thank you so much for showing me some love today. And I will talk to you guys later. Love you to Reese's Pieces. And I'm out. Thank you.
Selena.
It's a vibe, baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and roll.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good. We can do whatever we want to do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe. Yeah, you're gonna be my number one lover. Spending the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana boo boo.